We are Gucci. We are Gucci, Gucci, Gucci. How do we do this? Hey guys, this is Kassidy,
And Maggie, and thanks for tuning in to Butt Dialed.
the podcast where we talk about all the things you said while you thought no one was listening. Today we are doing a standard version of the show. If you're new here, we do have 3 versions of the show within the show. So today you're getting just our podcast. Any other day you may get currently 386. That's where we dive into some of the things going on in the community, and we even talk to some of the locals here. And then you also could potentially get Keeping It Real. That is a 5 to 10 minute segment with either me or Maggie talking about some real life shit. Okay. So today we're doing, like I said, a regular version of the show. Just heads up, we don't have sponsors here. That way we don't have to fall in line with anything that anyone else says we have to do. We can keep this kind of open to our own opinion and thoughts. So for that, if you want to help us grow the show, don't be a hoe.
And share the show.
Yeah, share the show. But anyways, we're going to go ahead. We're going to get dove into what we're talking about today. Maggie, what are we talking about?
The first thing we're going to start off with is, how did we get into the careers that we are in today?
Fair. Okay, so do you want to start it off?
Sure. So I am an esthetician and a tattoo artist, but that kind of falls into permanent makeup. Growing up, my mom was a hairdresser, so I've always been around it. I've always had friends come over, and I've waxed their eyebrows. I've waxed my mom's eyebrow, like, partially off when I was in, like, middle school. Still traumatized from that, but so I've always been around it. I worked at the courthouse for...
Did you say that that's what your mom was a
hairdresser?
That?
Oh, yeah.
You did?
She's a hairdresser.
Oh, well.
Or she was a hairdresser. So she had a little shop outside of our house, pretty much for as long as I could remember, and had people come over and did their hair. So I loved that, and I loved makeup. Did like random shit getting out of school, and then finally went to esthetician school. I actually went to barber school too, but did not finish that. I was like, fuck that. Men are fucking ridiculous. They are more dramatic than women, and I was like, no, I'm not doing this. So I was like, I'm just gonna do the aesthetics part of my career or whatever.
And I feel like that matches you too. Like what you do matches you so well.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I always told everyone growing up, I was like, Maggie's gonna do one of 2 things. She's gonna get into like the beauty side of life and do that, or she's gonna marry someone rich. So I was like, that's the only 2 routes I see Maggie taking. So it kind of worked out, and maybe I'm a psychic. Who knows?
But now I'm the sugar mama. Sorry, Hunter.
Ooh, baby.
So yeah, I do all that fun stuff. But like I said, I did random shit getting out of high school until I was like, I want to do this. So yeah, that's what I do full time. I work in Palaca, and I'm working another location in Hilliard. Shit, I can't talk. And I'm actually going to be opening my own shop in January. So that is exciting, and I hope to see you guys. Now, your turn.
Yeah, and if you have anybody who is looking for a home for their business, that kind of falls in line with what Maggie does. She's looking for some people, so I think you're still looking for people, aren't you? Or did you fill everything up already?
I may still want one lash person. So yeah, if you're looking, just message me. An esthetician. Autumn's going to be looking for some facial specialist, wax specialist. I'm going to be looking for a lash tech / permanent makeup artist if you're interested in that. But I think the hair stations, like we've got that covered. But yeah. Send me a message either way. We'll figure it out.
For sure. Now me. So I got into sales like completely by accident. Long story short, I was 19. I had Kyla already. She was probably like a year old. And I needed a job. And Jack Wilson was hiring. It's now Jack Hanania. And I went over for an interview. I didn't get the job the first time. My who ended up being my manager, when I went back the second time and got hired, she told me that she didn't hire me the first time because she thought I had some creepy hand tattoo. I have no tattoos. Me and Maggie are polar opposite. She's covered. I'm naked. Okay.
Your eyebrows are tattooed.
Well, yeah. There's a couple.
You have a face tattoo.
That doesn't count. That doesn't count in my mind. But anyways, so then I went back for a second interview at Jack Wilson like 6 months later and ended up getting the job. Pat on my back. I had no idea what I was doing, but within being there, I got hired in August. By December, I had the biggest month that anyone there had seen in a BDC position. So basically that's just calling people, setting appointments, having people show up, having sales go out. I had the biggest month anyone had ever seen. So I was feeling myself, to say the least.
Yeah, I remember you were like bringing in some money.
Yeah.
And I was jealous.
To be like 19, I was making $70,000-$80,000 a year then. I mean, you couldn't tell me nothing. No. You couldn't tell me
You couldn't
nothing.
Told you nothing before that, but yeah.
I mean, you're right. I'm just that type of person. But no, like it was crazy. And so that like opened my eyes up to sales, and I'm like, okay, I could be here a little bit, like this is cool. I'm chill with this. And then they ended up switching management. So it went from Jack Wilson to Jack Hanania. And at that time, that was the following August. So I'd been there about a year. I was like, okay, I'm tired of driving over to St. Augustine every day. I'm just not with it. And Travis Daniel, he had moved from Jack Wilson to Beck. And he called me. He's like, hey, we're looking for someone in BDC. If you know him, that's how he talks. So yeah, he's like, we're looking for someone in BDC. What do you think? And so I came over. I did an interview. Everything went great. I started doing BDC at Beck, and that lasted about a month or two of me doing that position. And then the general manager, Matt Buckles, he's like, hey, what do you think about trying sales? I'm like, if all my stuff gets repoed, I'm calling you.
Oh my God. I'm going to interrupt you, but didn't I tell you about an interview and we both went to like Beck a long ass. I feel like it was around that time. Of course,
no, it was before.
My ass did not fucking get hired because I am no salesperson.
I didn't
whatsoever.
get hired that one either.
Oh, I thought you did.
No, I didn't get hired that one either. So like, like before I went to Jack Wilson, me and her went to this like open interview thing and went through the whole process. They didn't hire either one of us. Joke's on them. They played themselves.
No, they didn't play it either because fuck that.
They played themselves here, okay? But anyways, yeah, so I switched to sales. I had no idea what I was doing. I had the training that didn't happen, which was fine. Like, I'm fine at figuring things out. So they kind of like tossed me to the wolves. They're like, here, sell something. And it took like a week before I sold something. And I was panicking. I was like, well, here goes my nice truck. Yeah. Here goes my jet ski. Here goes all my good things out the window. And my credit is going to be terrible. But anyways, so it ended up working out. I stayed there. I mean, literally, I just left there again in the end of June. Worked myself up there pretty quickly to become the internet manager. Things were great there. I mean, a lot of people know me from Beck Chevy. I think I rubbed elbows with a lot of great people, and that in itself is priceless. But anyways, yeah, so I got tired of the hours there. Nothing wrong with it, but I mean, I have Kyla, who has a pretty intensive schedule, and then I have Colby. He's one, and he's been a little turd, and I think it's honestly just because like I don't spend enough time with him. But anyways, so I'm like, okay, well, it's time for me to do something different. And the only other thing different that I could think of that was sales related, that kind of gave me an open schedule, and open as in like I can work from anywhere, because by no means is real estate an open schedule. I work 24/7 still, but I can work from like sitting here. I can work from China. I can work wherever the heck I'm at. So I got into real estate. I'm not going to lie, it hasn't been the easiest run because you have to rebrand, and rebranding is not easy. So I still have people get a hold of me and they're like, hey, can you help me out with my car? And I'm like, I would love to. I can connect you with the right people, but the only thing I can help you out with now is where to park your car. Yeah. So I have keys still. They're just for different things. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, so I got into real estate, love real estate. Real estate's been treating me well. It's a process of rebranding, but yeah, I'm hoping that everyone starts to catch on that I do real estate now instead of sell cars, and that y'all will start trusting me with that process as well. I've sold over 20-something houses, and I haven't really been doing it full-time at all. So
yeah, that's crazy.
I think I'm doing all right, but there's always room for improvement, and yeah, that's what I'm chasing, is some improvement.
I definitely think that our jobs both, like, we have to put a lot of like time into it, and it may not seem like it from like the outside, but I literally, which I enjoy editing stuff, but I'm at work all day, and then I go home and I feel like that's all I'm doing is just editing stuff, and you're probably the same thing.
Now, does Hunter ever say anything about like the amount of time, the amount of time that you put into Hunter's work like outside of work?
The best. Like, he won't really say anything, but I can kind of get like, I could tell sometimes where
you like the dirty look.
No, I just need to pay attention to him. And Scarlett, she does her own little thing. So, but yeah, I could tell, and I'm like, okay, I just edit one more thing, and then I'll pay attention to you. I promise. So yeah, he's like, he understands. Plus, I like to do it. So.
Yeah. Michael gets so stressed about the amount of time that I put in because he has a freaking cake schedule. He's probably listening to this right now, and he's like, this bitch, I told her not to talk about me.
Literally, Hunter.
But anyways, so he has a cake schedule. So he works, I say cake, not really. He works Monday through Thursday, and he leaves for work pretty early. He leaves at like 6, and he's home by 6. So... But 2 hours of that is driving. So he's Monday through Thursday. And, you know, when he leaves his job, like, his job stays wherever the heck he left
that's
it at.
Hunter too, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, with Michael, and I get it because he hasn't been around it. And he doesn't know because he hasn't done it. But, like, at any given time, if it's 3 a.m. and I'm awake and someone messages me, like, I'm probably going to reply.
Oh, no, that's me. And one, because if I don't, I'm going to either, like, my brain won't shut off until it does, and then it's, like, out of sight, out of mind.
Well, my thing is you have to hit people where they're at their highest interest level.
Oh, yeah.
And so, like, if say someone messages me about a house, but then they also message, like, another realtor in town. Well, if that other realtor in town gets to them before me, like, I'm out. Like,
yeah.
I'm done. I don't want to do recovery. I want to be your first point of contact that follows you through.
Yeah.
So, like, I will answer at any given time. When me and Kyla went on this cruise recently, like, I was on the cruise ship working, and Kyla's like, Mommy, what are you doing? I'm like, just one more email. One more email.
But the sad thing is like, I love what I do so much, so I don't really, like, I might be really consumed in it, but it's because, like, I love doing it so much. Yeah. So I feel bad for, like, anyone around me, and, like, I've tried to, like, step away some more, but it is hard to kind of, like,
I feel like I enjoy work to the point where, like, if I'm not working, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, if I am not working, I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm, like, looking around like, I don't know how to clean that.
Well, I was literally about to say, if I'm not working and I'm at home, I feel like I'm supposed to be cleaning.
Yes, and
that ain't. I don't like to clean.
I don't like to clean. Not only that, but Michael's OCD. Oh. So his level of cleaning and my level of cleaning are completely different. I probably clean like a lot of you. He cleans like he's in like surgery and everything has to be sterile. So like I would trust to lick our floors.
Oh no, me and Hunter are on the same like wavelength for a lot of things, especially cleaning. So we're like, we'll get to that later, and then later never comes. So then like our weekends are literally like always cleaning.
Yeah.
So.
Well, see, like the other morning I woke up at 7 and I heard Michael like rustling around. I'm like, what are you doing? He was looking for a sock that he couldn't find out of the dryer.
What?
I swear to you, I fell back asleep and I wook back up at like 9:30. He was still looking for the sock. Like he was so upset about the sock. I'm like, Michael, I'll buy you more socks. Just shh. Like just go back to bed.
But, so, does he like play games or anything?
What do you mean?
Like PlayStation or anything like that?
No.
Okay, so see, I got Hunter a PlayStation, and like,
occupied.
Oh yeah, so it makes me feel a little less bad for like the times that I'm like doing stuff, because then like he can have his own little like outlet, and then I can do stuff, and then it makes it a little better.
Michael's outlet is cutting the grass. So yeah, so typically that would be fine, but the lawnmower and all his like lawn equipment is still down in Orlando and hasn't made it up to Palaca yet. So like he starts pacing, the poor guy.
That sounds like a crackhead. Like my outlet's going out there to mow.
He loves to mow. That man will mow. I mean, we had not a huge yard.
He just said he was looking for lawn service.
Yeah, because all of our stuff is still in Orlando.
Oh my God. But
like literally, like this man will be out there mowing for 4 hours on I think our house in Orlando had like half an acre. So what the freak is taking 4 hours with that grass? Like,
so is he gonna watch the person that comes to mow your yard?
No, but he does always like. He's always like, oh, I wish they would have done it lower. And I'm like,
oh my
Michael,
God, no.
The grass is cut. Shut your mouth. It's fine. Like, it's all fine. So our mic died. Yeah. But that's okay.
It ended the conversation for us.
Yeah, we were done because we could have been here a while. But anyways.
From trying to figure that out, it brought up a conversation that just happened to me. I'm not really sure. I mean, I'm not going to go into detail. I know how it happened, but.
I'm sorry, parents.
Why it happened, I don't know. My IUD string came out earlier, and Hunter just asked me if I was going to bring the string into the doctor.
I think you should. Like, seriously, I think
I literally with like work, I've never had someone bring them in, but I've heard of people like on the internet saying like they would bring like a thing of lashes to show them how many came out.
Please stop.
I'm like, what the hell? So that's what it made me think
Take it in there like this.
Oh my God. This is what it looks like. Is this like a random string, or is it from my IUD?
Is this a parasite?
No, I would die. Okay, so I was thinking while you were talking at the about like your career and stuff and what people think of you, like based on that. So like if someone heard your name, Kassidy Babcock, what do you think their first like thing is that they think about?
You related to them Babcock's home furnishings? Every time.
Or
every
cock.
time. Right. Every time. And then they instantly, if they're from around here and they know me or they ask around, they're going to say, yeah, she used to work at Beck Chevrolet.
Or your ass.
Or my ass.
Or your ass.
Literally. And by the way, I'm like getting tired of it. I'm ready to
Are you really?
Yeah, I'm like ready to be done with it.
Are you ready to deflate, or are you ready
Yes.
to just beat ass now because people are just annoying?
No, like I'm done with it. But what it is now is that, like, whenever I gain weight, I gain it in my butt, which is, you would think would be great, but it's not. Like, I'm getting to the point where it's like, okay, baby, that's a lot.
I wonder, like, they just would take
I would think
lipo.
Lipo.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Maybe that cool sculpting would work.
I need to get some money so I can get mine done a little bit.
Oh my god! But literally, I'm like, and when I went in there, I told him, I was like, don't be ridiculous. Like, I just need.
And you
something.
got Kim K ass now.
Seriously, like, but some of the other ones I saw were way worse. So,
It
did me
it's
right.
Still it's still like a nice shape, but you pack it in the back.
It's a lot. It's like CDL. Like, I
CDL?
should probably get a CDL
For that dump truck.
for that dump
that
truck.
dumpy. Okay, anyway, so Babcock's home furnishing, cock in your name, working for Beck, and your ass. What else? You think that's it?
I think I'm starting to get out there with like funny TikToks. Like,
Okay.
I feel like people know me for like the funny TikToks just because people send me those all the time because I have no cares about embarrassing myself.
Yeah.
But
I literally am like the most, I feel like, unknown person. You either know me from, I don't know. So like in high school, the one party I've ever attended in my life, I was talking to like a girl that I like knew of or whatever, and she was like, "Oh, you're the one that paints, right?" And I'm like, "Uh-huh." I guess that is like a good thing to be known by, just something like random like that and not by something bad. But like probably just what I do for work, or like I think
what
that's it.
are y'all known for?
Yeah.
Like, if you're watching this on YouTube, drop a comment and tell me what are y'all known for, even if it's bad. Like, just make some of us laugh.
Oh God. Yeah, that's why I added the dumpy to it.
Yeah. Be the person who makes us laugh today. So drop in the comments what it is you think you're known for.
Yeah.
But anyway, so our next topic goes into, kind of plays off the last one, of our work-life balance.
Yeah.
And let me just say, work-life balance is not easy. I navigate it, I feel like, okay, but other people may not think it because, like I said, at any given time, I'm not shutting my phone down. I'm just not.
Yeah.
I'm not.
That's how I function.
But seriously, I feel like it's like my vice in a way. So like some people, I don't drink anymore, but I will work all day. I don't smoke weed, but I will work all day.
Yeah.
So I feel like everyone has their vice, and work kind of has turned out to be mine. And I guess that's why entrepreneurship has been the route that I've taken.
That's why you're so good at it, because you enjoy it, right?
I do. I enjoy
I mean,
it.
that's not the only reason why, but yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy it. And I feel like that's like a very critical skill for, like, if
Yeah.
you're going to be an entrepreneur, like, you have to be willing to put in the work. And that's the thing. A lot of people get into doing entrepreneurship on some level, but the issue is then when it comes down to it, they're like, well, shoot, I don't want to spend my weekend doing something for business. Like, weekends are for my time. And
Yeah.
no, they're not anymore. Like, you decided to give that up. Like, I'm sorry. But
Yeah.
those people fizzle out.
For the first time in my life, I was allowed. I was able to be a stay-at-home mom, and Hunter wanted me to. He'd prefer it probably, and I tried it for like two minutes, and I was like, "Fuck that! I'm literally gonna go crazy." So the stay-at-home moms, like, props to you. Literally could not do it. It's way too hard. So like our goal is to like, if I made enough money right now, I would tell Hunter to quit, and
Yeah.
he could just like
Same.
work for me. Because it would just be so much more fun and better. So, yeah, if I couldn't do that, this is what I meant to
And
do.
all I can think is, like, the people who are stay-at-home moms, y'all must have, like, really good friend systems or something.
Yeah.
Because there's no way I could sit there and talk to my 1-year-old all day and not go a
Or
little
myself.
bit insane. Yeah.
Literally that, or it's like, so you can stay at home, and then I would feel weird to like spend money but like I couldn't just stay at home, so I would be spending money
Yeah.
that I shouldn't be spending because I'm not working. I'm staying at home, so
Oh,
like it's not for me.
I would party. I would turn up just to keep myself from going insane, and that would be my excuse. Would be like I'm working on my mental health.
Yeah. So this kind of goes into like the next thing, but still the same topic. What does your day look like with your kids and with you working, like on a weekday?
On a weekday, Kyla's she's 7, so she's at school. So I drop her off in the morning. For people who see me drop her and Colby off because he goes to daycare, they probably think I am two different people. They probably
You
think,
look like, bitch, did you just crawl out of bed?
yes,
Did you brush your teeth?
barely. Like I probably missed a tooth or two.
Oh God.
But no, like I get there and they probably think I'm in some lesbian relationship because like I drop them off looking terrible and I pick them up like a completely put together person typically.
Oh yeah.
But no, like hair's up in a bun. There's no makeup on. I'm usually like in half pajamas, which means I just changed in shorts typically.
Yeah.
But no, so I drop them off and then I come back home. I'm very like scheduled with everything. So typically from 8 to 10, I like to make calls, outbound calls to people. And then after that, I like to follow up with anybody who's under contract. Then after that little time frame, I usually snack a little. And then after that, I put effort into any like listing appointments, new buyer appointments that I have. And then I usually leave the afternoon for going on any appointments, meeting any of these people. So I have a very scheduled plan. Do I always stick to that? Absolutely not.
Yeah, no.
Today I woke up and I felt kind of like pukey, so I laid in bed and worked in my bed, and then I took a nap, which was great. So props to real estate giving me that opportunity. I still got everything I needed done. Like I've already handled some contracts and everything else. But anyways, yeah. So that's typically what my day looks like. And then Kyla has cheer Monday, Wednesday, so we'll go do that. We have church on Sundays. But yeah, I have a pretty. It doesn't really sound that fun.
No, it does not.
It doesn't sound that fun.
But it is like oddly like it's fun to me. Like mine's like very similar. Since Scarlett's in pre-K now, I have to like make myself get up and then I just come and hang out here. Like whether or not I have a client or not, I'm just here and Willow just hangs out with me. So
that's awesome.
Literally that's all that I do. I come here, Willow works with me, and then usually done by the time Hunter's like headed home, and then I get Scarlett on Mondays for gymnastics, and then the rest of the week we're just literally just lazy as fuck.
Yeah, living the dream.
So my next thing, this is just random shit I'm thinking of. I try to be a responsible adult, and you don't even know what I'm about to say. Make my lunch for the week.
How did that go?
I've tried it a few times, and it never happens. Like there's maybe I could like make all these meals. Maybe one of those meals get eaten. Yeah. We are the worst. Hunter included. Hunter's the worst at leaving his containers in the car too. No. But like it's either because we leave the containers in the car, or it's because like we're just lazy and we want like something like quick and like just fatty.
So my issue is every time I've ever made lunch for myself, I eat it for breakfast.
Well, that's him too, yeah.
So then I eat like a full lunch for breakfast, and then lunch rolls around. I'm like, hey guys, what are we doing for lunch? Especially at the dealership. So at the dealership, we called it the Beck 50. Because if you started working there, I promise you were going to gain 50 pounds in 6 months. I promise you, we ate so freaking much. Like it's 1,000% responsible for my weight gain, and I think I should be comped. But no, so there's that, and then like I'm the worst if Michael isn't there, like I will not make dinner. Like this week he's out of town working, but I happen to make like I have this roast in like the slow cooker right now, but I guarantee by the time it's ready, I will have already ate Taco Bell or something and
then that'll be for tomorrow, and then tomorrow never happens.
Exactly. Yeah. Now Michael brings his lunch every day because he's diabetic. He brings his lunch. He has like this huge like backpack lunch box, and it's like
stop.
I swear. And it's
like he's going to school?
Yes, it's filled with all kind of snacks. Like the man has enough snacks in there to last him at least 3 days.
Oh my God.
He's a snacker.
That's so funny.
Yeah, he's organized though. He is like super organized.
Yeah. Are y'all good at taking your lunches to work? Like meal prepping, like the whole nine. Like I've tried to do breakfast because literally I swear when I started back in town, every day for about a month and a half, every work day, I went to Black a Coffee, got a biscuit and a coffee, and spent like $13 every day. And I was like, what? And still hungry though.
Yeah.
Still hungry.
And then the other thing, if you do prep your meals and you do eat healthy, call me. I need you. Like, I need you to come teach me your ways. I was talking to Serena Barrera the other day. She's like been so good at staying like a calorie deficit and whatnot.
Oh, yeah, not me.
And not me. And I was like, what do you eat? She's like, well, like, she was like, for example, if like I want rice, like no one just eats plain rice. I'm like, yeah, that sounds absolutely terrible.
You have to have rice with your butter.
And that's the issue. That's our issue. That's why we have big bags, Maggie.
God.
She puts like green salsa on her rice, and I'm like, I'm into hot food. I don't know if I would do salsa just because I'm not like, I like tomatoes, but not like that.
Yeah, no,
but like I could get down with like some tapatio on some rice or something. Yeah. Not the tapatio. Do you like these probiotic drinks?
No, because aren't they supposed to make you shit?
No, if that's what they're supposed to do.
Well, probiotics is like shitting things.
Oh, these are prebiotics. I don't know what the difference is.
They are supposed to be good for your stomach, but no, I've had actually, I think they have a root beer one. I tried it and it tasted like Dookie.
Yeah, the root beer one's not good. I only like the grape and this orange one. We're not sponsored, but if y'all want to send us some to review, I wouldn't be mad at you.
But yeah, so I think that's all that we were going to talk about today. As always, leave us some topics that you think we should talk about. This was just random things, but I've seen a lot of people ask about like our routines and stuff like that.
Yeah. So if you have any questions, if you have any thoughts that you want to send in, feel free to either drop it in the comments if you're looking on YouTube. If you're not, you can email us at buttdialedpodcast@gmail.com. We'd love to dive into some of your questions, your thoughts. I know there's some sitting in there right now for Maggie's episode. She's the Tender Love and Care episode person.
I'm excited. I haven't even looked at them.
You haven't?
No.
They're good. Like there's some good ones. But anyways, yeah. And if you want to continue to see us grow, don't be a hoe. Share the show.
Another thing too, I want to like for this too, and for mine on Wednesdays, I want stories. Like you can stay anonymous, but I would love to do like story time stuff, and we could just do like topics off of it. That would be really nice.
I think we should do that. Also, I ordered the cord that plugs into the phone, which plugs into these mics. So we're going to start going to random stores and interviewing you guys. So if you're not into it, that's fine. But if you are into it,
give us a show.
Yeah. Pay attention. If you see somebody walking around with a butt dialed shirt, just get ready because there's no telling what we're about to ask you.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys.
Talk soon.
Bye.